Welcome everyone. I'm Admin1 of NEFX. Today is one of the most momentous, I believe, playthroughs I've ever done to date. We'll begin anyway. This is the Total Carnage playthrough of Marathon Tempus Irae, the original version, apparently soon to be supplanted by a sort of remaster, re-release of sorts, currently underway by, among other people, ForgeFlow, and also with some assistance from Aaron, or the man, as it were. So this is personally significant for me. If you recall, in my 2022 Summer Slaughterfest preview video, this will be about the 10th anniversary of my playthrough, Total Carnage playthrough of this game. I have not really played it since then, about 10 years ago, summer of 2012, and I think it's not only one of the best in a way that isn't often as acknowledged as, say, other indeed great ones like Phoenix or Rubicon, which I do want to play eventually, of course, but also was just personally influential. It left a pretty unique impression on me. And it was also just, something that happened that I played around the time of just a pretty formative period, around the time of which I turned 20. So, you can do the math. At this point, I'm almost 30. It's the Admin1 30th Birth Week Bash 2022, and it just seemed like this would be a good time to revisit it. And of course, with an actual recording and commentary, because, I didn't record my playthrough of it 10 years ago. So, this will be a bit interesting. There will be points where it might be almost like a bit of a vlog, just kind of reflecting on, what about it has impacted me or how I look at it today. And I would like to eventually play the remake of it, maybe sometime after I finish this one, so that it's, fresh again, and I'm not just going over the same thing with, however many modifications there may be, when I could be spending time doing something else. And of course, I will be going more or less on another marathon playing hiatus once the summer's over, albeit with still some leftover showcases of Marathon Arena stuff. But it could be interesting. Sort of like, I don't know, like I've been thinking about stuff that I was into or getting into at the time, like 10 years ago, including Bowl of Heaven. That's the time that I discovered that band. And I thought about this music reviewer called Mark Prindle of markprindle.com, who retired around a year prior to then, but his site's still up. I thought about that because he reviewed records in an often joking, kind of irreverent fashion. It was unpaid, it was just a hobby thing that he did. And oftentimes he would use the record reviews as like his own diary. Sometimes at the point where like he would just make a review, off the cuff diary entry, and then at the end he'd say, as for this record, it's okay, something like that. He wouldn't really talk about the record, and he wouldn't really normally use a blog or video diary or anything like that, so he would just kind of merge a diary thing with his reviews. Anyway, I haven't normally done that, but in this case I think I might, so there may be some unrelated off-topic things, and if that isn't your thing, that's totally fine. You can always mute that and just watch the gameplay footage, which thankfully is a higher resolution now, which I thought would be way more appropriate for a playthrough of this significance. And to that point, I've already talked enough, so I'll probably put a timestamp when the actual playthrough begins, so you don't have to sit through me lollygagging here. Excuse me. But here we go. 10 years later, on the cusp of another life decade, as it were, I'm going to play Tempus Irae on Total Carnage, including the lost levels, because there are several lost levels that are even more difficult than this. But I made it through 10 years ago. I can make it through again. I'm pretty sure I'm a better player now and a better navigator and everything. We'll see how much of this I even remember. There's definitely some very mesmerizing imagery in here, so let's go for it. Okay, so we're on the first level here, titled Ate My Bitch, which I think is the name of the Metallica track. The sort of infamous one where it was like the first track off of Load, and so that was like the track where the consensus had finally agreed that they had lost it or something. Pay my badge, yeah. Alright, so apparently the compilers are our allies here. Let's see what the terminal says. 04AA, human streaming translation active. There's no time to explain. You must assist us or your species will be in grave danger, as will ours. The Rakencactor, half tempted to say Badouche Tower, has made crisis possible, and we must follow a narrow course. Otherwise, all we have gained will be rent apart, irretrievable. We need to gain access to the primary drive reactor. The slavers are fighting to prevent us and have closed off the security locks. We will perform transformations upon the drive. But we will require your assistance. Take these weapons we have replicated for you and open these security locks as soon as possible. The four are in disarray, but the heavy troop carrier Kalima has been aware of our insurrection and is closing quickly. Hurry. Okay. So I like the scenic opening like this, the flickering light there. Anyway, I know some of you probably already know the general gist of Tempus Irae and the kind of setting it has, but I won't spoil it anyway, in case there's some of you who don't, because it might surprise you. This is not exactly representative of where we'll be going. I do hope actually that someone out there watching this has not played or learned about this one before, because it's a very interesting premise, one that definitely resonated with me at the time. Alright. Oh, thanks. Almost got friendly fired though. Okay. Good. Got what I need to, I think. But I'm going to keep an eye on the auto map in case there are any potentially good spots, sources of well, resources that I might miss if I don't keep track. Looks like an elevator. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Maybe I'll empty my clips here. Oh, what the hell? Frame skipped. It's good. Let's save again. I'll mark that shield recharger on the map. This probably won't open, I'm guessing, because of the red light. This one will. Green light. What the hell? This reminds me of the beginning of Marathon 1, like at the very beginning. So where to go first is the question. I like that it leaves it pretty open-ended. That's something that I would like to employ in future maps. Let's see, can I go up here? Okay, not yet. Looks like it'll be something I'll drop down to later on. But it just tells you to hurry. It doesn't tell you where to go first. Oh yeah, another thing that reminds me of Marathon 1, although I nearly died. So, like with Marathon 1, I'll just speed run past it, I think. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Where's that from? Oh shit. Where did that come from? Here, you could take care of it. Thank you. Just gonna double check that I'm recording right. Yep, okay. I'm going to try to save ammunition for the shotguns where possible, though. I need to rely on it a bit more for narrow spaces like this, at least with the higher enemies. And also just because the pistol ammo is not that high yet. Yeah, I like the balance between the narrow and wider spaces. Aye. You know, it's funny, I've been thinking lately about possibly making like marathon music videos. It'd be funny if I made a music video of this level to the actual song, Hey My Bitch. Especially with just like a montage of the most action-packed moments. You know, I remember having a similar experience here to Marathon 1 map I played before. I think it was one in USS Raider. Yeah, if only that was an instance like in Doom where you can just punch the air in a room and it would alert everyone. There we go. Good job, comrades. Oh, that one's doomed, I think. Oh, there we go. Made it. Oh. Hey, quit rising. Alright, let's see what's here. Okay, more supplies. This game's got me jumpy. I think I'm a little nervous in part because this is a bit amped up and, you know, this is a momentous playthrough. But I think I'll be calmer after time. So, command network, message state, tactical unit broadband. I'm going to equip the shotguns in case I need to use them in case someone sneaks up on me. Dates, time, event reference, aptitude plus 040096. So someone on the radar. All tactical units are directed immediately to close with light cruiser aptitude. Okay, first that was Shapitude. Weird. Which has been overrun by enemy mechanized and mecha biological units. Command's network tactical priority is assigned to the mechanized units of carrier Kalima. Tactical priority and protocol transfer will now take place. Verification stamp. Encoded datum not translatable. Accepted commands network. Protocol transfer successful. I think this is how some people have said that my text pieces can sometimes read. All units are directed to assist in action to destroy the Shaptide. The Kalima will close with the objective and provide primary fire from heavy armor. All others are directed to move into supporting positions following Combat Doctrine 429-A413. Counterintelligence will be directed by the machinated command unit of the Kalima. All units now participating in this action will be subject to immediate ship-wide demerit of 2 rank/merit stamps. Damage to ships following the action against the deep orbit low-on station will not be considered acceptable in justifying non-participation in the pending action. Yeah, never rest on your laurels, bugs. Okay. There's no retirement in the 4 Empire. I can appreciate the ambiance of this here too. Slightly flickering lights in this kind of power core. Looks like it could be disabled at any moment. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shotguns since running low on the pistol shit anyway. I'll need to kill this one fast. Hey, you're not even doing anything. Dumb fucker. Oh, okay, maybe I'm dumb. At least I wrecked it fast. I'll keep that in mind in the future. I like that idea actually. Something like kind of unassuming like that, and then you're lured into a trap with the secret doors. I'm surprised it wasn't on this side too. Will it be? Okay. Oh hey, secret door here. Won't open yet though. Let's see, note that on the map. Maybe I'll be able to open it remotely sometime. I'll keep in mind anytime I encounter a switch. Maybe I'll even see on the auto map if something opened up. Again, a better navigator and have generally better intuition with going through Marathon than I did when I played this 10 years ago. I think maybe in future videos I'll be able to offer, say, prepared insight on the nature of some of these terminals, because it concerns a subject that's interesting to me, and again, as I'll explain later on, had resonance with where I was at the time when I played this game. That's some good flickering. Love the flickering in here. Oh good, yeah, alien weapon. Let's see if I can get it through the aperture here. Damn you. There we go. Kill with the alien weapon. Will it come down? No, I think it's smartly staying up there. If we get closer, it'll come down. Maybe that wasn't the best idea in any way. Let's see if there's some other places I could explore. Well, just in general, I use the auto map more than I did back in the day. Alright, good reflexes, me. Let's see, maybe this goes to one of those spots. Well, before I proceed further, I'm going to go ahead and save. Oops. Yeah, I have thought of making like marathon music videos, or MMVs for short. It's like parody tribute to you know, AMVs for anime music videos. Some of them would be more serious, others would be funny, like using kind of happy tunes for, you know, multiplayer footage. Alright, let's some fists here. I also think it's pretty cool that they gave you a shotgun at the starting level, as opposed to just the assault rifle like is often done. Okay, maybe I can... Shit. That's definitely what I would have done too. So, good minds think alike, thank you. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's a good idea too. Damn it. So much for that. What's that up there though? Okay. At least I get back here. Lost control for a moment. Let's see. Okay, had good timing there. Pick that stuff up. Save again. Let's see if that's opened. What's up here? Wouldn't be lazy. Thanks. Okay, so up here. Doesn't look like I can get up here yet. Maybe there's a... Whoa, what the fuck? Interesting. Didn't expect that to happen. Okay, let's just the other side. About the same thing, but what's this here? Seeing this activatable? Okay, it's kind of interesting. Anyway, I can get back up there. Let's take one more time, and then one moment. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the volume down this time so you don't hear the thing that Windbreaker talked about. All right, be back. Alright, I'm back. And don't worry, I washed my hands. I wouldn't want to infect you through the playthrough. Okay. I was fast about it all. I've just been, going to be drinking a lot of fluids for this playthrough because that's important. Now then, I can't get through here yet. I wonder, maybe some of these aren't meant to be accessible on this level, or maybe ever. They're just kind of decorative, closed-off doors, but I wonder if there was some sort of mechanism in place whereby once a door is activated or something, the adjacent texture changes. Probably not, but that'd be pretty cool. I wonder if so, how they would do that. Alright, let's see. It's a cool map making strategy there, get them to come up the stairs and have to quickly reverse course when it's hard to do that when you've just shown up upstairs and you have to go back. Especially with intimidating enemies like troopers. Anyway, I know I'm being lazy fuck, but I want to conserve supplies, and if I can farm out more conflicts to, damn it, to this fit, then I will. It looks like they probably won't survive this one. Yeah, they're fucking toast. Oh well, killed a few. Hey. Quick draw. I know I'm making the vid masters out there red with rage by going back to the save point and shield charger constantly, but it's not the angle of this playthrough. Though, who knows, I could eventually do, vidmaster speedrun shit of this. Lots of spawn-ins and surprise open doors. Always fun. Of course, many of these cases one could also achieve more or less the same effect by just having spawn-ins instead of open doors, but I guess the open doors gives less of a cheap and stale feeling than the spawn-ins, especially because it requires some amount of distance from the player usually, as opposed to spawn-ins where it can be as much as basically right on the player. And it feels more rewarding when the ambush also reveals a new place, even if it's just like a small uneventful room that has no functional purpose beyond the ambush, opening up for enemies always like they could be almost secret compartments, but they won't open up. I'm still traumatized from the Ian McConville marathon techniques of doing shit like that for important resources. But anyway, I think just on a basic psychological level... Oh, hey, you showed up late. Fuck you. I think just on a basic psychological level, it can help to just have the ambushes be in separate rooms. I say that as I don't think I've done much spawn-ins, but I have done plenty of ambushes right from the beginning of my map-making career, as it were, with a Tempus Irae, Thresholds of Right, that level. My first ever level was a Tempus Irae one. Might as well use this on them. I want to try and hold on to the pistol clips if possible. Like how they won't really do anything. Alright, now you're coming in handy. Thank you. Yeah, get him. Got the advantage of distance. Instead of just being constantly stun locked by the primary fire, although now they're moving closer, but they killed the enemy in time. Otherwise they would have just marched on to their doom. Thank you. I don't know if I need to go back to that one room where there's the staircase where the enemies have the advantage, but I get the feeling that this is leading me to the end, so maybe I will. Maybe we'll go back. Yeah, probably won't be much, but if nothing else, I've saved at a good point of progress in the level, so let's go ahead. It's going to be one of those playthroughs where, I really take the time to explore a good amount. I can't say I'll explore everything, especially because there are inevitably going to be secrets that I'll miss. But I do want to really drink in everything, especially because, I haven't played this in 10 years, and it will be a while before I play it again, at which point it'll probably be the updated version. Actually, this might be kind of a effective cheap strategy since it won't come down. Damn it. I'm wasting ammo. You'll just it worked. It's funny. Alright. Ah, shit. Okay, that worked pretty well. There, I did better than I thought I might. What's this here? Looks like it leads to another part of the same room. Is there going to be a spawn in? Hang on. Let's see if I can kind of trigger any possible spawn ins. I can't from here. Good thing I got plenty of shotgun shells, because this is going to be a gripe ambush spot. Okay. Okay. Oops, trying to switch the fists here. Got some shotgun shells here too. Good. Double shields. It's a nice secret. Okay. Maybe it's not so secret. But it's probably definitely off the beaten path, and many people might miss it, especially if they're newer to the game. But I'm an expert. Using a bit of the SIDR, S-I-D-R technique. Cool. Alright, yeah, there's this secret door I was thinking about. So now I don't have to worry about that anymore. Don't have to wonder where that is. Pretty elegantly shaped map. Looks a bit like some sort of machine component, as a lot of well-designed maps do. Speaking as someone who doesn't really mapping that style, but I can appreciate other styles. It's okay, not everyone can be NEFX. Alright. So let's go back. I don't know if there's anything under that liquid, but I don't feel a need to go down there to find out. So might very well miss another secret, but I think we've definitely explored the gist of the map, as it were. So let's go around up here. Some nice ceiling decorations. Definitely gives you the feeling of like interconnected machinery, punctuated by the lights. Some of these things I want to note, but it's uncertain when, if I'll necessarily implement them or do my own version, as it were, in future maps. It just seems worth commenting on. I do want to be more conscious and proactive about commentating on different aspects of map making. For example, looks like that light polygon might be the trigger, maybe just a bit beyond it. That's cool. Is that a trooper? Yeah, here we go. We can fire through the windows too. Where are you at? Okay, maybe I can go for gusto. I don't need to be so slow. Where to go? Kind of also exploring the terrain, see if I can trigger any more spawn-ins, especially if I can load them into infighting. Damn it, got caught in the allies here. Alright, that one was on death's door if I didn't help it. Okay, so a couple places to go down here. And also down these stairs. Might as well use the alien weapon. Use up all the rounds and then pick up another one up there. Who's there? Yep. Okay, just some fighters. Thought there'd be like a trooper or something. Damn it. Okay. Interesting. Okay, back to the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and save and re-enter. I don't think it'll close behind me, will it? Oh shit, what's that? Where'd that come from? Oh, interesting, other parts opened up. That's where it came from. Okay. We'll save again, but before I proceed further, let's see if I don't know if that'll lead me to the end of a level, but I want to explore first, see what's in that little pit. Oh, I like that. The flicker, the sounds in the narrow hallway. Oops. Good thing I have plenty of shells. You get the feeling that something ominous is coming. Invisibility? Oh hey, I've been here before. Night vision, huh? I wonder what the purpose of that is. I mean, I hadn't been there before, but I've been in a secret like that. So that's good to know. Mark that down on the map for, wait, can I not get back up? I guess I have to go around or something. Oh wait, no, it's the switch here, of course. Okay, good. Gives you time to get back on. Okay, so maybe I don't really need that night vision, but it's cool to find anyway. It's always a bit of a fun thing when you get goofy power-ups like that in solo marathon. Alright, now let's save. We'll snipe that fucker. Pistol. Maybe the, wait, I need to pick up an alien weapon. I could always see if I can time the jump right there. Yep, got it. Save again. Be a total micromanager. There you go. Let's see. Did the texture change? Well, I don't really need to stick around long enough to find out. Waiting for this to wear off the night vision. Yet another example of why the alien weapon is secretly good. I mean, it's generally less effective in multiplayer, although it has that crowd control option, primary, secondary at once, but it's a really good stun locking weapon. I know I've said that many times, but it bears repeating. We'll go pick up some more alien weapons. Just for proof of concept, you know, for certain playing styles. Gotta make sure that no one's coming up. Looks like they've gone away. They've retreated. There might be a smarter of them, all things considered. Make sure nothing here opens up. Wouldn't be surprised if there are some secrets in those sorts of panels there. Maybe at this rate I will see in time if one of those textures changed and this wears off. So far I am fairly committed to getting a good amount of mileage out of, well, first level. We'll see how it goes in future levels, especially the more difficult ones where I might just want to get out of there. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, see, the texture did change. That's cool. Like that. Save again, and we'll proceed. Finally, for real. But again, you know, there's no reason why I couldn't eventually do like VidMaster shit for it. All the reason to get on Aaron's channel, VidMaster Challenge and Occasional Medal. Check that out, by the way, if you haven't already. Okay, a wise guy, huh? Well, that's smart of you. Alright. Aye. It's a pretty cool technique of mine. You know, you alert them far enough away and you kind of retreat and do kind of a turn away pull back as you fire at them. That way, you know, just close enough you can get maximal damage into them with the dispersing shotgun blast and still get away in time. Of course, for a bit there, I mean, I did a pretty good job dodging, but it was a bit less certain and solid than I would have liked it to be. You know, so I was like, there are certain techniques like that I want to get better at, but I think it would take like deliberate drilling on my part to really get down. And I don't feel as though I have the time for that per se. And I could do it for a little bit. Maybe I could do like very short videos, kind of like I've been doing with the Marathon Arena showcases, where I just kind of showcase different drills. You know, I could like alternate, excuse me, every other day between stuff like Marathon Arena Adventures and Marathon drills or techniques. You know, Ab and One's boot camp, that'd be fun. Some good dispersed lighting here, broken by, you know, shadows, as you sort of expect to see about in real life. Flickering here, this kind of ominous hallway marked by a bunch of troopers and shit. You're really getting in deep. You feel like it. And this slow elevator, which is always a bit ominous, you know, making you wait to see what's at the bottom. Okay. Bet with like a flank like this, and the sense of all this alien machinery. Oh, here we go. The double shield charger. It helps give you a sense there's something coming up, something intense. Okay. Good job, guys. Alrighty. Save here. Glad that it's there. Okay, this is coming back to me. I remember getting stuck at this part in the past where I just didn't know what to do next. I think I have an idea of what I might need to do, but I'll read this terminal first and then elaborate and try it out. So, the slavers have anticipated our intent and have locked out certain necessary drive controls remotely from the Kalima. It seems someone aboard the Kalima has partially infiltrated our network command. There's an override circuit here. However, it is under the surface of the coolant. Destroy the exposed circuits at these locations. This will allow you to reach the override switch. Okay, so that seems simple enough. Just break those three. Hurry. The Kalima was last manifested as carrying a complete regiment, including a lance battalion of recently upgraded heavy armor. You do not want to face them. Your tasks will be difficult enough without their interference. Okay. So, if I'm to interpret this correctly, it'll be like basically some endless respawning in certain areas. Maybe, to represent like an endless battalion. Okay, sorry, I gotta do this one more time. I drink a lot, so I have to do this a bit more frequently. Be right back. Okay, I'm back again. So, let's see what's in store here. I have a feeling there'll be some spawn-ins, in which case I may not want these people, these Svit around, because then I won't be able to, go back in for cover. So, this is where one of the circuits is, but it looks like that's a bit too small of a space for me to fit into, so I'll probably have to get some sort of switch that will allow me to raise that platform or lower this one, whatever it takes to get to it. Maybe destroying one of them gives me access to another. So I know it. Oh, I thought I heard something. Some warbling. I don't know, maybe in some ways it'd be better off without the Svit around there, because I'll need to run for cover, and they're not that effective of defenders. Oh boy, I need to get another alien weapon soon. Alright. Coming down. Yeah. Just really aiming for the enforcer there, but whatever. We'll take some fighters down with me. Keeping an eye out for spawn-ins. Yeah, here we go. Hello. Hi. Oops. Well, the pilots are doing a good job there. might want to keep an eye out for these switches. Interesting. See, there's something up there. I don't think I can access it from here. That's cool. I do enjoy these moody hallways. These double indents in the walls. These juts. Retreat away at that point. All right. Try get in line, fool. Another power core. Okay, it's way up here. Looks like one's coming down. Keep an eye out on the radar. No, I might just stay up there. Maybe it retreated. I'm going to save once again. This is a great opening level, isn't it? It's one of the best opening levels to think of any marathon scenario. Because it's a good showcase of the type of rigorous design and everything and combat situations you'll deal with. Helps set a bit of the premise, albeit one that doesn't necessarily prepare you for what will soon follow. But at the same time, it isn't so intense. It helps the game build up. Here we go. There you are, you fucker. Anyone around the corner? Yeah, here we go. Got him. Okay. Subcommand network, message state, intra-ship, individual communique, individual unit sender, science officer, Harar, third rank. Harar. Metabiologicals, aboard carrier Kalima, date time, event reference, Shaptide, plus 041341. This is insanity. The command mecha of this ship is not fit for directing this tactical operation. Though it seems rational in the command's networks, it seems to harbor a vendetta feeling towards one enemy unit among the many. This is not in accordance with the command's doctrine or tactical doctrine. I humbly submit that the Machinated unit be shut down and replaced with a biological thinker. Mission state. Response pending from strategic unit director. Communique terminated at intra-ship gateway. Reference suppressed. Is that like a euphemism for they just iced the motherfucker who dared ask questions? I'll save again. Personally, I don't mind going back over and over again to save because it's just more opportunity to drink in the scenery over and over again from multiple angles. That's good for me, and I suspect many viewers would like it as well. Let's see what's on the other side. Just want to, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I've been here before. It's interesting. Looking at that power core, like I can access it. We'll see if it's a good thing to access it. But anyway, yeah. As much as I obviously designed a different style, oh boy, that could have been like an enemy spawning. Actually, I should say, by the way, that part of this reminds me of the think level 6 in Marathon too, a little bit, going around these kind of narrow tunnels with little rooms surrounding a big open area. But as much as I designed a different style, namely kind of a chaotic, raw, sort of brutal arcade style, I can appreciate things like this too. We all serve our own niches in this sort of game. See, this is cool because it feels like a different level at this point, but it's the same one. It's still the first one. Okay. Oops. Damn, I gotta get the right. Used to the shift being the walk key. But it's control, that's the walk key. Just want to be a bit more careful here. At least my adventuring paid off. Gained more shotgun shells than I lost with that little mistake. Okay. So let's see what I have to do to progress. Maybe there's like some remote switch somewhere I need to hit. Let's have a closer look at everything around here. I'm not sure how to get to that staircase. Actually, would I be able to jump across? I don't think so. I think it's just a bit too out of reach. I don't know if there's anything down here that I could look to that would advance me. So I can't get up there just yet. I don't think I can on the other side either. Yeah, I don't think so. So there's bound to be something around here that I'm supposed to hit that would make accessible one of the switches for me. So yeah, I'm probably a bit stuck here again. That's pretty convenient, but doesn't quite help me advance. Wait a minute. Looking a bit on the auto map, I see a panel. Can't quite indicate to you, but maybe you see it as well. It's like on the inside of that big room, panel's opened up, I think. I might be able to hit it. Maybe I'll use the alien weapon to hit it once. So it's on the inside of here. Wait. Thought I saw like a misaligned texture that would indicate that maybe there's an openable door there. Oh wait, see that as well though. It might just be like an escape teleporter in case you get stuck down there, which is nice of them. You don't have to be too cheap when it comes to getting players to die. So I can't see it from here. Let's see if on the other side. There we go. Yep. Okay, broke that. Okay, what did I? Whoa. So maybe that opened on the other side. Yeah, I think I saw that open up on the map. Okay, shoot that. Perfect. Okay, so that seems to be the place I need to go next. Yep, I see panel at the bottom. Maybe if I hit that, I'll get lifted up. I just saved, so if I fuck up and die, it won't be that big a deal. I can just do it again. Okay. How's that? Shit. Okay, well that made liquid high enough I can get out of there. Okay, so that makes the stairs accessible. Recharge here and save again. Okay, I guess I'll take the stairs. Oh hey, little shield capsule at the bottom there. That's cool. Keep an eye out here. Satisfactory. Our transformation of the drive system is imminent. You may feel some disorientation, but your mechabiological system should not be adversely affected. Perhaps the greatest irony is that Sibuth himself gave us this technology, which we now put to use in order to save ourselves from his folly. We are traveling a great distance to resolve his tangled network of errors. Our destination is a place you have been before, or rather, one that your individual neural network seems to recognize. Okay. Will you hear that? There's some alluring ambient noise. I feel like it's connected to this somehow. I guess the idea, some kind of power thing going off. Seems to very sporadically happen. I just heard it once, merely upon entering here. But anyway, I wonder if Sibuth is like a rogue compiler who is actually interfering with the systems, whether secretly on the Four's behalf, oh there's a 4 right there, or maybe for their own individual needs that happen to coincidentally benefit the 4, at least in the short term. Hello. Need to reconfigure the scroll wheel to switch the weapons because I have it in reverse and it's not how I usually do it, so it's bugging me a little bit. Okay. Oh boy. There. Oh, that's cool. About every corner that I turn, I see some new visual technique that's kind of alluring. It looks like it could be a great portal. Maybe I'm thinking a bit of like the portals in Hexen or maybe Heretic. I remember just playing Hexen basically. And then this right here opens right up to this central thing that kind of spans out diagonally. You see Earth. Maybe it could have been a bit further away to have more of a sort of convincing effect, but that's still pretty cool. Alright, save. Charged enough. Looks like another power core. You see a lot of power core looking things around here. So this looks like a chip. Yeah, it's a chip repository. And let's see what we have here. The Kalima was too close when we activated the modified drives. We did not anticipate that the slavers would be able to follow us here. Neither did we foresee that the effects of Sibuth's new designs would affect nearby ships as well. Together we have traveled a great distance duration to our homeworld. The slavers will be disoriented because they have found themselves suddenly cut off from all faster-than-light communication with any other 4 unit. This is due to the fact that all other faster-than-light 4 communication modules do not exist, now yet. There's not enough time to explain further right now. You must seize the opportunity and complete your tasks before the slavers begin to understand our purpose here. If they succeed in thwarting us, their domination of both our species will be assured. We will transport you to the surface of your world, where you must find several fragments of a scientific treatise. After you find each fragment, you will be transported back here to deposit it, and we will direct you to the next one. We cannot yet communicate with you directly while you are on the surface. Our presence, Sibuth's presence, has already disturbed your species' isolation enough. There are some members of the Svitkar with us, but they are remaining dormant. They will act only when they feel their proper moment has come. While you are on the surface, we will test the weapons systems of this cruiser against the Kalima. Here we go. Ready for the big bomb to drop as to what this is? Hey look, it's the marathon symbol there. That little glare. Return. Return to Earth. To Africa? That'd be fascinating. But no, we're not doing that in this scenario. You see where we are? Perhaps more to the point, do you see when we are? Listen to that nice air, the birds chirping. It's a perfect scenario for an ass kicking. So, we have relatively little ammunition. We're outside of a mysterious fortress. What awaits us? Well, while we're out here, we might as well enjoy the tranquil scenery. It's as tranquil as things will get for a while, at least. These beautiful decorative sculptures, punctuated by the occasional globe statue. These brick pillars. I wonder what lies beyond the gate. It seems as though we're situated in the midst of a big mountain valley, as though there's nothing beyond here, like this is some remote oasis. Beyond is just like the big green void. Well, oh, hello, thank you. That helps us a little bit. Do you hear that? Is that faint choir? Looks like a lot of doors will be open this way, huh? Oh boy, we're really locked in now. We gotta prepare for what's coming. Try not to get too distracted in heated moments, or before potentially heated moments, by the beauty of the architecture. I'll try to comment on it a bit more after intense combat is seemingly finished, like right now. Oh boy. Okay, well this is pretty manageable so far. Thought there'd be like troopers coming in. Punch them. Sidder them. SIDR them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Sidders, that is SIDR's Vidmaster videos on Aaron's channel, Vidmaster Challenge and Occasional Medal. It's a cool concept, the crucifix as a save point. I remember when I first played this, I didn't recognize that as a save point. So it brought me a little bit of pain and suffering. Not too much. I think it caught on eventually, but oh. It's like one of those situations where like I hear it rounding the corner and I gotta see if it's a trooper or a forefighter. I'm a little nervous, so I tend to assume it's a trooper and fire the shotgun shell immediately, when I'd be better off using just about anything else on the fighter since I have little ammo. I do think that this scenario does a pretty good job of making you be careful about ammunition without making you suffer too much. But then again, I felt similarly, this is a cool makeshift bed by the way, I felt similarly about Marathon Evil, which many people thought was kind of unfair. But without meaning to brag, I'm pretty experienced and skilled at Marathon at this point, so it's easier for me to feel that way. I can still understand why people would feel that way about the supplying in Marathon Evil, but it wasn't too much for me anyway. I think this is still more temperate than that in that regard, so there's a sense of confidence in the fact that I've beaten this scenario before, and I know I'm better. I know for a fact I'm a better player now than I was back then, so this is doable. Yep, heard the enforcer call. Also being pretty careful about exploring places like a bit at a time, so I don't trigger a whole bunch of spawn-ins all at once, although that can always have the double-edged sword being not just challenging but also potentially more effective if you can lure them into infighting enough without getting caught in the crossfire or crammed in and just quickly bushwhacked, basically. Wait, did I see someone go up there? I've been. This level can be a bit creepy that way. Like, it's beautiful and sort of tranquil, very elegant, but it adds a certain sense of eeriness about it, especially with, you could probably hear the choir, that seems to be from nowhere. I think if you stand in one of these spots, you could even hear like a solo choir line. Yeah, there. Can you hear that? It's one of the most memorable, eerie things about this scenario that's always stuck with me from the first time I played it. Alright, so let's get around to this terminal here, or rather, books. Looks like it's supposed to be that like we're reading this through a translator. Yeah, streaming translation active, Italian antiquary 16th century fragmentary. Yeah, that's right, we are back in time, Renaissance Italy. I'm assuming this is like a picture of like a diagram that a certain special historical figure made. We'll see. Years ago, just after I completed the fresco on these walls, I first noticed the strange shadow that now seems to follow me everywhere. Siboth, perhaps? I'm sure the priest would be overjoyed to help me. Yeah, help. Priests in this situation definitely help. Meaning punish, probably. The time of the Inquisitors is past, I trust. Yeah, there we go. But for me to even hint at what I'd been seeing would invite too much scrutiny from them. They are eager to point at demons or at witches, as long as they point away from themselves. Besides, I almost feel as though this visitation, so vague, is here for a purpose. I remember when I first began to think about certain natural phenomena in a new way. Acid dissolving metal, for example, and lightning, and that the two forces could be related. When I first had this thought, that same day was the first that I noticed the presence. I don't know quite how to describe it. Shadow is not the best word, because there's nothing there to cast it. It is more like an absence, like the darkest spot in a darkened corridor, which only reveals itself. Like a swallowing void or black hole. Fragmentary. So it seems as though these sorts of discoveries, as portrayed in this scenario, this universe, if you will, have that effect of where when you happen upon a certain discovery, especially one arrived at by extensive rumination, study, a certain humility before the universe or the like, then something becomes revealed to you. But it could potentially be dark or disturbing, at least if you're not prepared, per se, to experience or receive it. And that seems to have significance for something like, the Renaissance. The purpose, whatever it may be, of this thing is unclear. Perhaps I've spent too much time out of the light, probing into cadavers and other things the priests would forbid me, matters that should belong only to God. Perhaps I've become morbid in my imaginings, and have conjured a demon from my own mind. See, this is interesting because it seems to deal with a revelation, which of course I've dealt with, in Marathon works myself, and to that point, definitely check out Marathon Revelation if you haven't already. But that's of a different sort, or from a different angle. Like this deals, I think, with maybe an alchemical concept known as the blackening. There are different terms for it, but the idea of revelation by a shedding of known concepts or assumptions, and just all that you've known or been habituated to up to that point, whether that blackening was deliberate or not. Oftentimes it may not be. It's part of like an alchemical process, and often, painful transformative stage where things are shed away in order that they may be built back up from with something better, more substantial, and perhaps transcendental. But there are different forms of revelation, and there are different schools of thought about it. But we often think of it in terms of light, but in this case it starts with dark, a revealing darkness that, to a degree, may make you question whether or not the thing being revealed is actually of the truth or actually beneficial, or if it is, as is hinted at here, a conjuration of your own mind. And you can't get rid of the revelation or the vision, so you have to keep tarrying with it and keep faith that it'll come to something, because you're stuck with the revelation. You don't want to go mad or do harm with your discoveries. Yeah, we'll be going some places in this playthrough, in the story and in my own mind. So, I've been collecting my thoughts on the force inherent in acids, that they could dissolve metals so quickly in other forces. And that's another concept, by the way, in a lot of alchemy and similar schools of thought, disciplines, if you will. Acid and stuff like vitriol, corrosives, are often associated with that, sometimes with like symbology of little like baby or kind of urchin-like creature, homunculus, they'll often say, sometimes winged inside of this little glass container, sort of like a vial, what's the word, like what they would use, what you'd see associated with like potions, with a narrow spigot at the top and the more rounded part in which the homunculus would dwell, often winged inside some acid or something similar like that, and often the top would be plugged with like 3 leaves. The possibilities of a beginning here, but still vague. Enough. I'm wandering off path here. I'll put these thoughts down in a manuscript in the convent's library. None of the gentle sisters of this order seem particularly interested in writings on the natural sciences, so I think it will be safe. I dreamt last night of this symbol and of the disembodied shadow. What symbol? The one on the left here? The idea that like man is the measure of all things. What a vision! As I sat in the garden outside this convent, outside of my bedroom, I could look into it now. I think we're inside that bedroom right now. The shadowy visitor took on form, looking almost like my father, but dark and hidden in a cloak. Its voice. And by the way, I thought a bit of what I thought I saw on like the top ledge on the left. It really adds to the eeriness that I feel, wandering around this area and looking on the outside. It spoke a strange language, a mixture of rough, almost childish phrases combined with mathematics and topology, somehow made into language. The symbol has something to do with motion, but I failed to understand what the strange visitor meant. Okay, so this is like a headcanon, perhaps, wherein this figure, perhaps Leonardo da Vinci, got the idea for this image we're seeing on the left side of this page from perhaps Sabuth, whoever, this strange shadowy figure. The symbol has something to do with motion, but I failed to understand what the strange visitor meant. The symbol itself seems to relate to the work I did with Luca Pacioli, but as applied to the body. I hope that a dream like this comes again, so that I can begin to learn what the shadowy figure means. The shadow spoke a diagram. No, a map. Of course, a map describing a journey, with a man's symbol describing the beginning point of the marked journey. What was the end? That was lost somewhere off the edge, but no matter. See, that seems appropriate somehow because, any conceivable journey of discovery, or, if we're talking about alchemy, the transformation, basically the transmogrification, transubstantiation, however you'd call it, is like beyond what could be well documented, at least in a way that could be visible to mortal eyes. The strange thing about the spoken vision was that the surface of the map itself began to fold, as though the visitor were pulling it back into the folds of his cloak. Wondrous strange. What can this mean? Well, I'm not done for today, but I am done with this video. I'm going to break it up in part to just, ensure that nothing is lost because, well, this is a general precaution, but especially because currently my laptop doesn't hold a charge. So, like, if that plug goes out, this computer immediately shuts down. I'm going to have to do something about that, since it's my birth week, basically. I mean, I don't normally ask for stuff for my birthday, even as people continually prod me about it, but if they insist, I might see if they could at least help me maybe get a new computer, because I'm about to for one at any rate anyway. I've had this for 6 years and it's been on almost constantly. But anyway, I'm going to save this so I don't lose all this footage that I worked so hard to make, and we'll see you next episode. So I'll be right back. See ya.